The national developer Toll Brothers is building 1,600 homes in 11 sites in the greater Philadelphia area. I'm going to break them all down next. And we're also seeing Lower Merion looking at adjusting their City Line Avenue plans to accommodate for more apartment rentals to hopefully combat some of the housing inventory issues that we're seeing. I'll explain what it means if you're thinking about making a real estate decision in the greater Philadelphia area in the next 6, 12, 18 months. If you like what you hear or you get some value out of this, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and if you want to talk about what all this means for your real estate plans, you can schedule a call with our team in the link in the comments. So, Toll Brothers recently spent $86 million on 5 different sites in the greater Philadelphia area and have 1,600 plus housing units coming down the pike. And here's where they're coming from. So Toll Brothers is one of the big national builders. They're headquartered out of Fort Washington, and they've always been very active in the greater Philadelphia area. These are all suburban developments, which doesn't surprise me because that's what's moving right now, and that's where a lot of builders are building, especially to get higher prices. So let me explain each one of these here to you. Toll Brothers has 137 homes coming to Doylestown Walk. They've got 38 homes being built at Steeple Run in Quakertown, and they have 86 acres of development space earmarked in Langhorne. There is no definitive plan on how many units that'll be. It's obviously a lot of space to build something, so you see a lot of units coming in Bucks County. But what you also have is there's a lot in Chester County, so 280 properties being built in Anfield at Malvern, 105 at the Preserve at Marsh Creek in Downingtown, 89 at Stone Mill Village in Downingtown, and 33 at Riverstone Crossing in Spring City. And then we've got some stuff in Montgomery County. 496 homes are being built at the Regency at Weatherside in Ambler, 278 being built at Stonebrook at Upper Merion, 142 at the Overlook Town Center in King of Prussia, and 16 in Bellflower in Eagleville, or it's right by Norristown. So you're seeing that Toll Brothers is making a heavy investment in suburban development. And what I see here is these are areas where there's been other development recently, because we know that a lot of communities, they just don't have the land or the zoning ordinances that are going to allow for a lot of development. So you see King of Prussia, where there's been a ton of development around town center. Downingtown has had a ton of new construction over the past decade being built there. Spring City, another place. Same with Malvern, too, because you don't see maybe a lot of development in some parts of Malvern, but there is new construction available readily there in Malvern in certain townships. Same can be said for all the other areas that we mentioned. So this is good news for people that want to move to Chester County, Bucks County, Montgomery County, because there's more development there. These are going to be properties you can age into. You can be there for a long time. They're bigger homes. The average new construction sale price right now ranges from $800,000 up to $1.2 million in the greater Philadelphia area in the suburban counties, Chester, Bucks, Montgomery, Delaware. So we're seeing a lot of homes being built by Toll Brothers here, and they made a lot of acquisitions, which is good news for people that are feeling pinched on inventory. Now, you also kind of know what you're getting with a Toll Brothers home. It's a well-known, large national builder that have really invested in the infrastructure in the greater Philadelphia area. So what I see here is hopefully the beginning of inventory continuing to rise. We know that in April of 2024 compared to April of 2023, we saw 6.7% more new active listings on the market. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come, especially as you look at what's happening in the South. Texas, Arizona, Florida, the Carolinas, Georgia. We're seeing a lot of increasing inventory in those states, and typically that's the beginning of what happens in the Northeast. So this is one solution. Now we've got another solution on the rental side. So Lower Merion, what they've decided to do is open up their City Line Avenue, City Avenue, the Route 1 that is right on the edge of Lower Merion Township in the city of Philadelphia. There are 5 different developers that are taking some of this office space or some of this mixed-use space or condo space and then are turning it into apartments, and it's going to increase the apartment count by 3. It's going to triple it. So we've got the Federal Realty Investment Trust is bringing 217 apartments to the market at the old Lord and Taylor site on City Line Avenue that's no longer there. Again, dead retail space. I don't know many people that ever even went to that Lord and Taylor as long as I've lived in the area. So that's one area getting developed. At One Belmont, the Keystone Development and Investment Trust is putting in 272 new apartment rentals. Hanover Properties has 425 rental units coming to the market at 111 Presidential Boulevard in Bala, and there will be 757 apartments coming to the market in Bala Plaza. So we've got all this new inventory coming. What does this mean? What's clear to me is that the one way to make up for the inventory deficit is more housing being built, because we know that the lock-in effect is persistent. People have these lower rates. They don't want to move. They're happy in their homes. The real sellers that we see coming to the market are motivated by a condition, whether it's a death in the family, an estate sale, it's a divorce, and they're moving on. It's somebody that's getting relocated, downsizing. We know the factors that cause homes to come to the market, or they're upsizing. You have more kids, you can't live in your home. There's all these reasons that homes come to the market, and what's clear is with Toll Brothers doing some great development in a lot of the suburban locations, as well as Lower Merion increasing their apartments, you're going to see more and more people be looking at these alternative options than a normal resale. So if I'm a buyer right now, what I'm looking at is, do I have an agent that can guide me in this process? Because new construction's got its positives and it's got its negatives. The positives are you get a brand new home. The negatives are it might not be done on time. You might have higher taxes than some of the established properties in the area. You might not be able to move into the home for an extended period of time. Now, the bonus is a lot of builders will offer incentives if you use their companies in terms of mortgage and title. So there's some things to consider here, and there's a lot of factors. And when you see all this coming to the market, it sounds like a great option. New construction looks really sexy, but it may not be the best investment for you because you do pay a premium on those properties. The same goes with the rental. And you might want to look at, what can I buy for the rental rate here? Because these apartments are not going to be cheap in Lower Merion. So this is where having that financial planning meeting, having someone walk you through all the options that are out there, whether it's renting, buying, new construction, used housing, getting someone local that can help explain the market is going to go a long way. So all the more reason to talk to somebody to help you navigate all this, because this is all good for the communities here. More building means more tax dollars coming in, more residents, more people getting involved in the schools. I like this on a lot of levels for all of these communities because it helps raise the value of prices. It helps raise the investment in the community. Hopefully you see some more commercial development happening as well. That's always a great sign for any residential investment. That starts when homes are being built. And if Toll Brothers is going there, they see a need for it. This is not some fly-by-night company. So great news for all these communities: Malvern, Downingtown, Spring City, Eagleville, King of Prussia, Upper Merion, Doylestown, Quakertown, Langhorne. It's all really good. The hope is you have someone helping you navigate what's going to make sense. Don't get misled by base pricing with new construction, right? Just because the base price is one number, well, once you get it the way you want it, it could be easily $100,000 to $150,000 more than the base price being offered. All the more reason to get a local expert.